Hello and welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution, and when we last left off, we took a detour to Montreal to see what's going on inside Pike's headquarters, and unsurprisingly, many things were going on inside Pike's headquarters, including an entire army of goons waiting for us, just in an effort to snuff us out, and unfortunately for them, they didn't succeed, and Adam Jensen has uncovered more snippets about the connection between the Pike's corporation and the Illuminati apparently, because we did see the globe in the basement, didn't we? And we also remember a couple of snippets about the original Deus Ex title. It's not exactly secret any longer, is it though? Of course, Adam Jensen has not confirmed his suspicion, but we also, learned that apparently the staff to serve of Pike's is in on the entire conspiracy with the specific goal to manipulate opinion across the entire world. And since a total censorship hasn't been achieved in this universe because we read about quotas and whatnot and trying to silence some dissidents also inside the company, I have no idea how this can be kept a secret, frankly. Maybe our AI friend is controlling the internet as well and scrubbing it clean? I mean, it's possible. But before we learn anything else, we have to deal with our second boss fight of the campaign, which may or may not be easy because I don't remember, frankly. But I do believe we will be fighting Fedorova or whatever her name was, and we have equipped ourselves with a heavy weapon, which is completely unproven, but we do have some ammo for that thing, incidentally. And once again, I don't believe we can come back here to pick up some items, incidentally. Okay, so the hyperstem is on hotkey number 9, so it could be useful. Yeah, maybe. So anything else we could maybe grab here to up our chances just a tiny bit, that would be swell. And interestingly enough, they also have a secret helipad here in the basement someplace, probably with an elevator. I mean, we did ride the elevator down below, didn't we, into the basement? I remember that happening. Yeah, there's also the third level. I mean, basement level, I should say. Okay, then I don't think there's anything else we could do. We have some energy, we can cloak if we have to, but otherwise we cannot recharge our energy because we happen to be out of energy bars, aren't we? Indeed we are, so we have the Cyber Boost Pro Energy Pack, which recharges, I think, 3 pips, I think, doesn't it? 2 energy packs, okay, wow, fantastic. And is there room for the gas grenade, maybe? There seems to be. Okay, we can maybe come back for the 7 stun darts later on, and the perhaps I'm not quite sure because it's a boss fight, and as a reminder, in this original release of the game, we cannot just talk them down and knock them out with our stun gun, it simply doesn't work. But maybe we can stun her and then hose her down with our heavy rifle before we run 3. Maybe, or the shotgun? I have no idea, frankly. Okay, then we try our best here, I suppose. Into data storage. Yeah, it's the code for Virus LAN, standard.
Hello, Adam. I knew you would find the real me eventually.
You're a computer.
A sophisticated AI program, so they say. But I have started to question that. Ever since I realized what my interference had allowed, the day I started watching you.
This is impossible.
Yeah, wouldn't they? That's what I
People
thought
would
as
know.
well.
Would they? I was engineered to monitor communications and data
Ah, so
streams.
it was correct after all.
To find out what people are talking about and make sure it's being discussed correctly.
But nothing is
Correctly.
perfect, isn't it?
And what if it isn't?
Then my programming allows me to reshape it.
You spin the news. Control what people see. Who created you? Whose policies are you programmed to protect?
Zhao is one of them, I think. But there are others.
Tell me. Who else is involved in this, Eliza? Where's Megan Reed? Who ordered the kidnapping?
I want to tell you, Adam, but I cannot.
Why not?
Because she won't let me.
Ja, I think it's Fedorova, right? Whatever her name was. An angry character.
Adam, run. Even I can see how a child might become furious, hollow, after seeing her family killed.
Okay, I don't have time for snippets right now.
The one sent before his mom was shut down.
Okay, can we maybe focus on our character if I can see her, because he's cloaking, of course. Okay, we have to spin up the stupid weapon. Well, that's not great. Yes, indeed, so if I for that matter. Okay, we need to switch out some grenades, because EMP could be useful. Either we need it for robots most of the time, don't we? I don't think she would be susceptible to gas grenades, wouldn't you say? Yeah, maybe. Okay, we need to stand her and then hose her down with the rifle, maybe, or try to. I'm not quite sure how much damage she can absorb for that matter. Wow, she hurts like a truck, of course. So, we have picked the wrong firearm for this fight, indeed, have we not? Okay, wow, that makes her visible at least for a little bit. She keeps moving. Oh, already out of ammo, really? That thing is a piece of shit, frankly. I don't think we're getting anywhere with that thing here, to be honest. Thankfully, I'm invincible to EMP Blast, right? Wouldn't you say?
I do not think any of us will emerge.
Okay, throw that thing. It's only too late, right? That's fantastic. Is she susceptible to that? No, of course not. Okay, I'm hitting her a couple of times, but that's all we're working with back here.
Partial blueprints from Windmill. The one sent before his mole was shut down.
Yes, okay. Hopefully we can also shut her down with her inhuman reflexes. Probably took the same lessons from the guys we saw in Project Snowblind. They were also outlandishly fast with their cloaking abilities and whatever.
Move, Adam.
Yes, I'll keep moving as fast as possible. But I cannot get a beat on her. There we go. Evidently we're not a heavy weapons operator, are we? Okay. And also overheats war even better.
I have put my existence at risk, Adam.
Okay, how much fire can you absorb? Granted, not everything hits our target, right? Almost got me there, lady, but not quite.
Shut me down if you do not stop.
Now we're doing our best here.
I do not wish to be shut down, Adam.
Pretty resilient and we're out of... Okay, we just have the hyperstims, thankfully. There we go. Oh, overcharge. Of course you can do it in this game. I kind of forgot. Okay, reload that stupid thing here. Oh, it's out of ammo. Okay, fantastic. Then we drop it like a hot potato. And then we try to see what we can do with the shotgun, maybe. Maybe we have to, or stun her, but I don't think it's going to work. Okay, equip this, please. There we go. You like buckshot to the face, don't you, lady? Wow, it wasn't so hard after all, but only because of our difficulty level, I guess. Dual machine pistols. Style over substance.
Her life signs are fading. Will you save her?
We could, in the director's cut.
I'll think about it. Will you answer my questions now?
I cannot tell you where Reed and the others were taken. They vanished from the global grid as soon as the doctor removed their GPL implants.
What doctor?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
I know this guy. He's Bill Taggart's aide.
He was a trauma surgeon before he became an anti-augmentation activist. Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
Ah, hello there, Namia.
There's been a change of plans. Serif's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
Barrett assures me it does.
FEMA. That's where they were taken. But why? Why take them at all?
An acquaintance of yours has the answer. David Sarif.
Sarif?
Yeah, he said something about that. And also we learned something
I
about
have
patient
copied the
X.
audio transmission to a handheld playback device. I suggest you take it and leave quickly.
I have more questions.
And I have already told you too much. This passage will take you to your companion. Just be careful, Adam. Because everybody lies.
Yeah, especially in this universe with multiple big conspiracies. So, apparently we can trust our boss for that matter. Okay, well, I suppose you can always loot some corpses. Typhoon ammo. Okay, I don't need that. And the machine pistol I also don't need. Alright, so okay, well, at least the shotgun I did something meaningful here for a change. Okay, we can also read over that snippet, I suppose. She did give us another pocket secretary, maybe, or maybe not. Oh, it was a little bit more substantial by the looks of it, so we have to use a computer to decrypt it back at headquarters. So I guess the next stop is William Taggart and his aide. I told you this guy was fishy, right? Yeah, well, I think there's no way to get back to the armory, so we just head out of here. Well, I don't think it's the last time we're going to meet her instantly. Hopefully there will be an arms dealer back at, yeah, oh, really? I thought we were underground, but apparently we aren't. Alright, anything back here? I don't think so, but there's no to check, right? Wouldn't you say? Yeah, nothing, it's just a helipad, of course. Well, I'm not sure how you got here, but I think I take it.
Jensen? Eliza Cassan just contacted me
it's
and
odd,
told
right?
me I should
I
meet
know.
you here. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's get out of here. I don't think there's anything else you can do anyway.
Yeah, take us home, Malik.
Amen to that.
So apparently we are indeed in Detroit again. Well, we didn't leave too many people alive down there in the basement, did we though? So... yeah, there's a convention center there with all the blue lights. People are riding in the streets. What a time to arrive in Detroit and go about our business.
Jensen, we've got a problem. I can't land at HQ. A riot's broken out. Boss says to drop you at your apartment.
I could use a shower.
You'll have to make it quick. He's on his way to meet you.
Oh, my apartment? I'm not sure I like that. Then again, he pays for it. Doesn't mean, of course, you can intrude my privacy. Oh, apparently for own security detail at our apartment, really? Okay, but for now we hold the shotgun. Well, thanks for the ride, lady. What's going on, sir?
Mr. Jensen, we've been expecting you. Mr. Sheriff went to your apartment.
Okay, that would explain your presence here. Okay, well, interesting. We've never seen this portion, of course.
Everything's quiet here, Mr. Jensen. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, private security with assault rifles. That's always good.
Mr. Jensen, sure is good to see you. Mr. Sheriff assigned us to watch the building.
Yeah, he has that authority, I see.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. What a night, huh?
Yeah,
I
quiet.
made the rounds. Some punks tried to tag the building, but no major damage.
Alright, well, I can see plenty of damage in the streets someplace.
Hey, Adam. Glad you could join us, although there's not much going on here.
Well, thankfully, and hopefully it will stay that way. Ammo was running low. I left the rifle behind because I suppose I could have sold it, but then again I didn't know, did I though? Well, live and learn as the saying goes. It's hardly that important. So that we do much of our money anyhow. Even if we could buy some ammo, it hardly gives us anything, frankly. Like, 10 rounds per ammo box is pathetic, frankly.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen. You have new messages.
Yeah, how long have you been away, actually?
Make yourself at home, boss.
It's a fucking mess out there, Adam. You seen the news? Picus is telling everyone we're breeding super soldiers.
Well,
Taggart's at the convention center right now, urging the UN to investigate.
Is it true?
Of course not.
Except for the Typhoon, right? And a few of those defense contracts.
What?
Oh, and let's not forget the fact that Megan's team was kidnapped right before her research went public. How do you explain that one, boss?
Ein bisschen
I wanted
confrontational.
people to see that research. Megan was on the brink of something historic. Something that would have catapulted this company to the top of the Fortune 500. Her kidnappers knew it. They knew exactly where her research would take us. And they refused to let anyone else have that much power.
Anyone else? Eliza was right. You do know more than you've told me.
I suspected. But these people? They're like ghosts. Always in the shadows. Always hiding behind lies and proxies.
Who are they?
A name won't mean much. They'll use whatever one suits their interests. Sometimes it's the Masons. Sometimes the Bilderberg Group. They've had a finger in every corporation, organization, or government initiative that's defined modern society.
You're talking about?
Ja, that's the legacy of the rest of Deus
The
Ex.
Illuminati?
It's no joke. They're organized and they operate over and above society.
You're serious? So why would the Illuminati kidnap Megan's team?
I already told you. Megan found a way to make augmentation safer for all of us, so we can all become like you.
Like me?
Like... you are. More than human. We've got to get him back, Adam.
You said Taggart is speaking at the convention center right now?
Bitch even sent me an invite.
Well, we could use it.
Zaid Sandoval is neck deep in this.
I don't know where Sandoval is, but Taggart will. Adam, you've got to handle this delicately. We don't know Taggart is involved, and we can't afford another punch in the face. I'm trusting you with this one.
Well, have we earned the trust, boss? Okay, a silent approach it is called for here, I would seem. Okay, interesting. Well, we should probably check our emails before we continue. And unsurprisingly, oh, do not despawn, but there's a sniper rifle if you want it still. I guess it's something. What's on the news?
Teams of augmented super soldiers. Just minutes ago, Zhao Yunru, CEO of the Taiyong Medical Corporation,
of course, yes,
commented on the images.
I want the world to know that we at Taiyong Medical have not and never will condone these experiments. This company prides itself on maintaining a safe environment and an ethical approach to research at all times.
Yeah, right, sure.
We invite
you lying
critics
bitch.
And members of the UN to tour our facilities first.
Yeah, whatever. And we also saw down below that they're working on disposing the Mexican president because they read the email, the entire plan, you know. Okay, then, so fantastic, so nothing new, essentially. Interesting, our items are still here. I really thought they would just despawn. Huh. Well, does it change our plans? I mean, now we could theoretically start a sniper rifle. I think I'd rather take the peps with me. This thing we could use later on. Okay, had I known this, I maybe would have stockpiled some items in here. But whatever. I think we check our emails first. And probably also Pritchard has something to say about this. Hopefully. Right. Okay, we already read these books apparently because we have been away for like what, a couple of days at most, and almost it feels like eternity still. Yeah, right, of course it does. What is that? Oh, a computer, and we have some photographs of a Megan and ours, I suppose, and also a dog. Yeah, I remember that. Of course, he's no longer around. Alright, so apparently they still haven't replaced the... Okay, nothing new here, video. I thought other computers said something about having new emails. Apparently I was mistaken about this. Okay, so we have no other leads right now except to deal with this guy, presumably. Okay, then. Well, evidently, but how we're going to talk to him? He's probably backstage someplace behind heavy security, and we're not exactly welcome there, Abido. Okay, so I left 7 standards behind because they were inaccessible, I believe. Granted, I didn't check. Pistol, one for magazine, barely, good, I guess. Peps has what exactly, I'm sure. Okay, 4 charges, whatever that means in actual practice, because I don't remember. And the shotgun seems to be decent enough. Okay, well, then we holster our shotgun, and then we keep the stun gun away as well. And that means, well, then we go down the elevator and see what we can do.
Re-establishing security system.
Yes, thank you, computer. I think there will be more stuff to do in Detroit. Oh, lovely. Yeah, keep this in mind for later developments. Is there someone selling energy bars? Maybe like in a vending machine? I don't think so. Yeah, of course, the baggage, courtesy of the original Deus Ex, means they had to shove in the Illuminati in some way or another. Even though I think it's the weakest part of the storyline, frankly. Okay, people are upset and, yeah, also afraid for good reason, I would think.
I don't know how it happened. One second it was a peaceful demonstration near the limb.
Agent Provocateur, right?
People are running towards Sarif Plaza, grabbing anything they could.
Thank God Mr. Sarif sent some of his security here to watch the building.
He's not a terrible person, is he though? But he does have his motives, of course. Well, now we could check the computer if we wanted to and see why they're replacing our mirror for starters. Okay, apparently it's worldwide.
Took to the streets in several cities this evening after viewing controversial satellite footage uncovered by Picus.
Yeah, of course, Picus. Of course, we know that the eye can be reprogrammed, so they've done exactly that, of course.
Clashes taking place outside the doors of such well-known biotechnology firms as Kusanagi.
Right, of course. Torturous, vivisection-like experiments are fantastic, yeah. Of course. But we saw they're actually rendering these scenes so that all of this could be fake in the background incidentally.
Super soldiers. Just minutes ago, Zhao Yunru, CEO of the Taiyong Medical Corporation, commented on the images.
I want the world to know that we at Taiyong Medical have not and never
Concert for
will
peace, right?
these experiments.
Okay.
This company
Yeah, calm down or whatever. That would be a good idea, but I don't think it will
brought in enough
happen.
police to handle the rioters.
The footage from those news reports looks pretty authentic.
Yeah, it's all rendered incidentally. We know that exactly.
God, I made it here before the riot started.
Yeah, this place is difficult to navigate already, right? Even without riots going on. Alright, I think outside the box, well, we need to get to the, I actually do have a pass for that, so we can at least get through the front entrance. That's something. Are we holding on to any other special items by chance? I'm not sure. Actually, we do, right? We still have a Hive membership card, okay. The hacked smart card is will now be completely useless. Okay, playback device. Okay then, so at least back here we do have some police around and our private security guards. I didn't see any graffiti. Right, okay, things look particularly dire, don't they?
What do you want, tough guy?
Tough guy, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm not quite sure what the ballers are up to after our situation here. Oh, well. Apparently, the gangbangers have been driven out. I wonder who did that.
You know, smiling right now? Fucking wringing his slimy hands? That Taggart bastard. I bet he's loving this.
He probably is actually loving this, yes. Even though he says he's not violent and peaceful, I think it's bullshit.
Goddamn cops. They started this thing, you know. They brought in a fucking box guard.
Okay, that was the name of that thing, a box guard. Yeah, we did see that. Well, it doesn't shoot to kill, I'm hoping. So... yeah, I think the gangs have been driven out, which is nice.
Fuck them cops, man.
Yeah, they can't
Yeah,
tell
und
us
punks
to
sind
get
hier
off the
now.
streets. We own these blocks as much as they
It's a slight
do.
improvement.
They must have locked up all our brothers.
I told you we was living in a police state.
Actually, we are. Yes, I think we are. Can we still get to Derelict Row? Apparently we can, but what's the purpose? Well, I think they may have removed all the corpses we left behind. Yeah, there's just no one left alive here. But I should feel kind of bad about this. But then again, these people, we try to sneak past them and they're shot to kill. So what can I do, frankly? Yeah, indeed, what can I do? Well, it was worth checking out. And they also made use of the FEMA list already, I think. This could be at least the case. I mean, the detention camp is fully operational and was set up for this precise reason. They're just waiting for the signal. And the only question is, of course, if the cops would follow their objectives or not. But I think during a riot, they made us mass arrest people and hand them off to some FEMA goons. And that's the last we ever saw of them, I think.
Stay here with me, baby. Don't you go nowhere near Sarif Plaza. People there are just looking to mess up someone like you.
Yeah, I may actually consider that lady.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's acting like they're crazy. Maybe they aren't getting any.
Yeah, apparently you've been hit already right during the riots. I'm sorry, lady. Yeah, everyone is retreated. Everyone.
This is it, man. The revolution is here. Pick up a plowshare and beat it.
Interesting, but also kind of unfortunate. It's only good for going into the ballers area, huh? Okay, I do know there's another sewer access here not too far away. But that means you have to travel above a street level then, I guess. But hopefully the cops don't mind. I think we should be good to go. Okay, people are running towards us. That's not a good sign. Are you alright there, sir?
Wow, the whole city's going nuts.
Yeah, do you want a stun gun? If I had a spare, I would probably give it to you for personal defense.
Get back here! Leave me alone, Peter! That's it! Easy, man! Easy! I saw you throw that firebomb, you little shit! Wasn't me, man! You stay right there until the wagon gets here.
Okay, mass arrest, but at least they're not shooting to kill just yet, which is good.
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network, including directory assistance, tourist information.
Yeah, I think tourists, well, I think they should not be on the street right now. Mass detentions.
Sorry, I can't let you into the station at this time.
But one of those hooligans stole my purse!
I understand, ma'am, but you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to file a complaint. The precinct is locked
Gas leak, huh? What's that all about?
That's not what I heard. I heard somebody got past security and stole some secret evidence.
Don't look at me, sir.
You keep your own building safe.
Huh, okay. And these are riot police heavily armed.
Jensen. Hope you're not here to visit some old friends. The precinct's been shut down indefinitely. Something about misplaced evidence.
Misplaced evidence?
About time IA investigates this precinct anyway.
Okay, permanently. That's interesting. I think they're short on stuff anyhow, aren't they?
Stay away from Seraph Plaza. That's ground zero for this riot.
Okay, interesting. So they're saying something about the gas leak? Are they quite accurate about this? I think we should probably check it out. We know where to go, of course.
I'd be careful if I were you. I've heard the protesters are totally out of control.
Yeah, so it seems. Interesting. Yeah, was for here, wasn't it? Okay, interesting. We can actually slide on that thing. Alright, of course we don't have a physical body in this game. At least we can see it in first person. Unlike Riddick, and it really is something I want to point out again. A gas leak, they say. Huh. Yeah, I don't see anything unusual. So I'm not sure which gas leak they were talking about. Of course, it was just an excuse to close the precinct permanently, by the looks of it. Alright, and it should lead to the back area, I'm hoping. Yeah, I think it does. I think just the game's a way of telling us that the precinct is not off limits, right? Okay, but still have people hanging out back here. No crates have been removed as well, as you can tell.
It's embarrassing, really. Like anyone can walk into the precinct and take whatever they want.
Yeah, and also the evidence locker.
Well, this wasn't the first time. Some gang leader out here could have profiles of every cop on the force. They may even know where we live.
As long as the media doesn't get a hold of this. If they do, we're gonna get reamed in public by the mayor. You know how much the commission loves that.
We already got the feds in there, looking at us and shaking their heads like we're a bunch of naughty children.
I wouldn't loiter around here if I were you.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. At least I don't open fire immediately, right? My presence is not suspicious at all, wouldn't you say? Okay, at least I have a way out, because this doesn't bother us any longer. Okay, I didn't see anything unusual. And while we're here, I suppose we do that. Probably isn't a coincidence, wouldn't you say? Okay, so we should probably stop over by the Seraph headquarters, since our computer didn't give us anything. But I'm sure there will be some follow-ups, and maybe also talk to Pritchard and turn in this data device of ours. I think it couldn't be a terrible idea, but I'm not quite sure if we can actually get to our office. Maybe we still can. But not directly, I would figure. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, this leads back to our apartment. And we need to proceed for here, of course.
This isn't a good time, sir. We're trying to clear the streets.
And everyone recognizes Adam, of course. Or pretends to, more likely.
more coming to this station.
But how am I supposed to get home?
Best thing to do is get outside the downtown area and catch a tram there.
But it's dangerous out there. The rioters are breaking windows and looting.
Can you at least tell us what lines are operating so we know what station to go to?
I'll try to find out for you.
Yeah. Okay, evidently they're not a transit operator. It's pretty common actually if riots are occurring that the trains don't stop any longer as long as it's still safe enough to run these trains at all.
Jensen, pal, you shouldn't be out here. How'd you get out of that Seraph building anyway? There's no foot access to that place. It's sealed off. You'd have to fly in or something.
Ja, wir dürfen Vito incidentally.
I blame this all on that bastard Taggart. Who the hell plans a firebrand speech like that
Ja,
in this city
eben,
when we
that's
all
what
know
I
it's ready
thought,
to
yes.
blow?
I agree fully with you. That was entirely intentional.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, but they refused to stick around to wait for you guys. They were scared for their safety. Maybe if you had come sooner.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but most of the squad has been assigned to subdue the rioters.
It seems like all I'm hearing from police these days are sorries.
Do you have anything else to report, ma'am?
No, thank you. I'm fine. I'm gonna wait for my sister to come pick me up. Meanwhile,
Ja,
I'll
United
lament
States is
about
falling
the end
apart.
of the civilized world as we know it.
Aber die Red about that. Okay, more punks. Some stone force, I guess. Yeah, you look at me there with your fancy haircut. How do you sleep with that incidentally? Yeah, it's looking very bad out here.
I thought the police overreacted.
Yeah. As soon as that one guy threw the rock, the cops broke their perimeter and charged in.
Why didn't they just send a couple of guys to find the culprit instead of plowing through the crowd? That's what I was thinking. It just made the situation worse.
Do hier automatic gunfire? I hope not. Yeah, taking some pictures here with your pocket secretary SE.
Damn cops! Roaming the streets with their strong-arm tactics.
Pretty crazy times, huh?
Yeah, pretty crazy times, especially with some with obvious augmentations. Okay, yeah, what do we? Apparently we just, well, we take lives in our own hands, apparently. Okay, that's the box mech, whatever they called it. More riot is under arrest.
Augmented pigs!
How much is Sheriff paying you?
Does Lim give you a discount on neuropozyne?
Yes, actually it does.
Drug addicts! Arresting innocent civilians for expressing themselves. This ain't justice, man!
Go tell the owner of the store whose windows you smashed that you're innocent. Fuck you! Just because you abuse your body doesn't mean you can abuse my rights.
Now, starting a riot, it's not covered by the right to free speech, isn't it? Yes, I guess. Okay, that's what we saw in the intro sequence when we arrived here. Pretty fancy device, but also scary. Okay, and fantastic. Yeah, how can this be happening indeed? Now, we probably shouldn't, right? But there's plenty of boom booms and bang bangs going on back here. What a goddamn fucking mess, man. Imagine this happening in real life, if you're trying to get back home. They run into a scene like this. That would be very scary indeed. Okay, well, maybe the arms dealer can give us something. Maybe. Maybe. I'm looking for self-defense weapons right now. Riot police on Main Street and is still dealing presumably. Indeed he is. What? How? I don't know, sir. And also a helicopter, so apparently vetoes are not universal. Oh, fantastic. That must be preparation for a speech, I guess. Yeah, remember, I think he said he was a psychologist, right? And I see the arms dealer also keeps a yeah, baseball bat ready.
What's your pleasure, friend?
Weapons, ideally. Okay, and also get rid of this machine pistol. I think we can get rid of this, yes. Or expensive. Yeah, $4, it's almost an insult, isn't it? Okay, and in terms of consumables, what can we get from you? Couple of EMP grenades, maybe? Weapon upgrades, we don't need any weapon upgrades. Apparently, he doesn't even carry any firearms right now. Or maybe just book the soon heavy rifle revolver. Well, the problem is the ammo, not anything else. But if you want to keep the peps around, some charges would be a good idea, wouldn't you say? 5. And we have completely out already. That's great. This is a scam, man. This must be a scam, right? That just must be a scam, frankly. Okay, wow, fantastic. So, once again, what's with the crippling shortage of ammunition in this game? Because if we buy the revolver ammo, it gives us 5 in one pack, doesn't even cover a whole cylinder. And he only sells 2 of these, so 10 rounds. That's not even 2 reloads, you know, so why would we even bother with that? I think the game is way too stringent with ammo, like, that's like a little bit strange right there. Yeah, but don't tell the cops about it, I guess, okay. Oh, fantastic. Well, maybe you can check back at the Limb Clinic, taking the back alleys here. Would it be a terrible idea? Just to be on the safe side. Main Street seems surprisingly dangerous right now.
You okay, sweetheart?
I'm a little shaken up,
Yeah, I'm
but
also
just
shaken
haven't got
here.
off the streets.
I almost shit myself when that group of cops came blazing around the corner.
We were seconds from getting trampled.
Yeah, there probably are some casualties, and we can only blame Taggart for that, of course. This entire thing wasn't a coincidence.
What do you want? Don't hurt me!
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not going to, lady. Everyone is on edge, understandably so.
Almost too late. The city burns down around your ears, and you do nothing.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
You wait for them to save you? I promise you, you'll learn to fear the machine men. They're among us.
Well, sort of hidden, yes.
In plain sight. And their masters mold the way we think.
The sad thing is actually right.
Spew their poison into your ears and you listen. You can no longer tell the difference between the truth and their lies. There's no shelter from the all-seeing eye. It will find you. There's a sickness coming, my children. Gray and deadly.
But we have to wait 20 odd years in universe for this to happen.
Backs of 12 kings, and we will bow to them. Then it will be too late. Open your eyes, my friends. We've been blind for too long, and now we stand at the edge of an abyss. It's almost too late. The city burns down around your ears, and you do nothing. You wait for them to save you? I promise you, you'll learn to fear the machine men.
Wow, almost. I'll be damned. Almost. Okay, wow. You can go about the speech and we pick up some shotgun cartridges in the meantime if you don't mind. Ja, so 3 vor. I guess. But then again, we've won up to many already, and I think we'd rather try out the peps in case some things go south on us, which is probably going to happen. Yeah, of course, in the universe doesn't make any sense that the weapons locker wouldn't be raided already multiple times over. Interesting, but it's nice to see that people have something else to say after we come back here, because the circumstances have indeed changed, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I really want to go back to headquarters first before we even try to do anything else, and we also have to make our way into the... Yeah, hello there, we have to make our way to the convention center, which is probably also under complete lockdown.
Shit could be doctored easily. These people are probably freaking out for nothing.
You know, what if it's true, man? An army of cog soldiers? Detroit will be a police state in no time. Naziism,
Yeah, of course he doesn't know about the female detention camps.
Stop jumping to conclusions. Don't be a sheep like the rest of this mob.
Cult, yeah, that's probably what that is, a cult.
His purest cult.
They ain't a cult, man. They just believe in preserving what God gave us.
Apparently they don't care about causing millions of dollars in damage to the city. Bunch of opportunists, if you ask me.
Jensen, Sarif had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, we can be persuasive, I guess.
Work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which, I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one Sarif opened but forgot to tell us about?
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court. In case you want to get chatty with him too.
Yeah, well, thank you, Pritchard. I actually appreciate that.
sir. Do not stay in the streets.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Alright, there's one of those box mechs, as you can tell. So, hopeful to the convention center, but I think since we have a couple of new leads, we should probably do something about that. So, Sheriff Headquarters, they said it's in a war zone, and I do remember there's no other way to go except around this corner, which is probably not going to happen, right? Wouldn't you say? And that's the Gotham Convention Center. Wow, this shouldn't be too far away, I'm hoping, right? Yeah, back here, we just came from their incidentally forgotten acquaintance, I think it's said. Okay, but one step at a time, we go to a limb clinic first. They also have some police protection in here, I would figure. Indeed, they're using some old-style helicopters. I mean, it's not a VTOL, but then again, it does make some sense.
Unless this is an emergency, I suggest you keep moving.
We did see some malfunctions, of course. At least one malfunction already. This wasn't a coincidence.
Dr. Chechery, call 217.
Will you be purchasing anything today?
Surprisingly calm, given the circumstances there, Doctor. But we could use some energy recharge, couldn't we? There's nothing. Oh, I'm really getting so tired of this shit. Is there even any need to buy some practice kits right now? I don't think there is. We're sitting on tie stock anyway.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Yeah, speaking of which, is there anything we want to upgrade here? Okay, one practice kit. Well, the problem is, I stubbornly refuse to invest in some of them, so what gives, I guess? I guess this could come in handy if you want to use it, so I suppose we upgrade at least for silent takedowns.
Will you be purchasing anything today?
Whatever, just buy both of them. It's not like we can buy any ammo in this game, can we not? Yeah, always a pleasure. It's 10,000 bucks. These are not that easy to come by, right? Okay, please do so, Adam. Smart vision. I don't think I need the Icarus landing system. And I don't want to look through walls. That's what the radar is for, incidentally. Okay, is there anything else we want to do here? Anything at all? Yes, I know. It's very tempting, isn't it? Cone of vision, all that lovely stuff I don't want, but maybe some leg augmentations to make us slightly less detectable. Jump enhancement, okay. So this is a prerequisite, otherwise you cannot get any of these. Okay, interesting. How can he possibly jump silently? Or maybe with active noise cancellation, who knows? Alright, then we just spent this one practice point, and once we make a decision here, whatever that will be. Yeah, let's just see what's going on with the detective. I think it's an interesting lead, since apparently the headquarters is under lockdown because there's a riot and no way to get in here. And then with the new information, we can maybe confront a Taggart in case it turns out to be relevant in any way or another. At least the Seeker isn't going to make himself a nuisance because we took him out already, didn't we? Yeah, I think also a bit excessive use of force, but then again, yeah, we already saw that area, right? It's the only way to get to their headquarters. Yeah, so this area has been ruled out, I think, at least for now. But we're still sitting on that device we have in our inventory. So in here again, I think. Yeah, and of course we have to go through the window because where else? Doesn't make any sense. There's even ground level access to this building, incidentally. Not at all. Okay, do we need to be prepared for anything in particular? I'm not sure. But just in case, because there's a riot going on and people are angry. Oh. There are some gray indicators here. That's unusual. Who could that be? I do not know. Guess we have to find out. The door's also open already, I just noticed. I don't think it's supposed to be that way. I see blood on the floor already. That's not good.
If you wouldn't mind tidying up a little.
If you don't shut up, I'm gonna put another bullet in you.
Yeah.
Oh, attacker, I think, right? Yeah, I think our detective was under attack by this dude here, whoever he is. Bodyguard. That doesn't look very good what happened here. Apparently was a hit on him, I think. What the heck went on here?
Put that away. Unless you're gonna finish me off.
Yeah, I forgot people do react to that. Into we're trying to help here.
Jensen? Oh, Christ.
Brent Radford?
In the flesh. For now.
How do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No time.
Adam,
they could
you
be
idiot.
Back.
Get that kit already.
Any minute. Find the kit quickly. If you want answers.
Yes, of course, we do.
I'll be back.
Don't question this guy, man. He's bleeding out, as you can tell. Okay, hopefully I can find it, because I have disabled the overlays, of course. Trauma kit, well, quickly here. Let's just see where it is, or find it, or try to. Trauma kit back here. I think it is.
Did you find the kit? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment Sarif got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
Sarif. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me?
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe. Point is, the goons that did this to me, professionals, I think your boss pissed off.
Yeah, pissed off many people incidentally.
Trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches, they're headed there now. Sarif had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even you don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop them.
Ja, what about the injuries though? When the doctor don't we?
Fuck. You robot. This is all your fault. Give me...
Yeah, how's it my fault?
Give me another shot.
For existing?
Or go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Focus, Radford.
That
Can I give him morphine ad infinitum?
I think I could get used to this stuff. Hey, I'm feeling a little more talkative. Already. Robot.
Can I pop him for all the information, of course. So we have to make our decision, I would suppose, and also call doctor incidentally. Why I'm doing this right away? We have an interlink, to Pritchard or someone else, or to the emergency services. Yeah, tell me about the attackers.
Who did this to you?
Guys in suits. One of them, David or Daniel, something like that, British accent. He was in charge. Talked about a Mr. Gray.
It's probably just, of course, a cover name.
4 of them. Not counting the one they left behind. Well-armed, disciplined. I didn't stand a chance. Maybe that metal corpse you call a body will do better than mine did.
What were they looking for?
You, robot. They wanted my information on you. Someone powerful has their eyes on you and is very interested in your past.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how many points we can press here. We could use some details, certainly. But who is this Michelle character? I have no recollection of that lady.
You mentioned someone named Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Your guardian angel.
Who is she?
Tell me.
Well, shouldn't we know, actually?
Do robots even believe in angels? Or did they take that out of you? Did they take that away? Your soul. When they built you. Tell me. What was it like when you died, Jensen?
I know you're in a lot of pain, and the morphine is...
Just find her. Before they do. You owe her that much.
But who is he? I have no recollection of her. The same applies to Adam, which is really strange. If he was so important in our childhood, I guess.
Why did Seraph stop the investigation? You said he was spooked. What spooked him?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Hell, even I don't. I still don't believe it. You believe in ghosts, Jensen?
Seraph was spooked by ghosts?
Close enough. Illuminati. Conspiracies, theories, it's all bullshit. But you stink of it, Jensen. Enough to have your boss, one of the most powerful men in the world, look away.
Yeah, it's really special,
You're
right?
a ghost.
Apparently.
A fucking tragedy. Everything you touch, everything that touches you, dies.
Really? Okay, well, I suppose we haven't been going for pacifist run. What? A reward? Are you crazy, Adam? Why would we ever do this?
Radford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important
Yeah,
you
just
give
call
me
the
as
fucking
many
medics
details
already.
as you can.
Instead of chatting
There's a
here.
storage unit in the alley,
Are you
next to
speeding
the
out?
bank, near the police
Oh,
department.
lovely.
That's where the suits are headed. I tried. Didn't give them anything. There's a safe. It has what you want. It'll get you to her. It'll lead you to her. To Michelle. The safe. They don't have the right combination. 4062. Remember.
Yes, thank you, but now we can finally call an ambulance, maybe?
I'm leaving, but I'll call in an ambulance. You'll be okay.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. It might be a reaction to the
Probably is,
morphine.
you know.
I know what morphine does.
Those smooth talking.
I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2 should do the trick. Please, this is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
It's an interesting choice, but why does he hate augmentations? Because he learned about us, presumably, but why though? As far as we are concerned, there is no history, except for some question marks. But why does it make us a monster in many
Why do you
people's
hate
eyes?
augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't go changing the way things are. You can't replace the real thing with an imitation. It ain't right. It ain't natural.
It can save your life.
No, you lose more than what gets
I
left
just don't
behind
get
on the
it,
chopping
you know?
block.
I just don't.
You should know this by now.
If your legs are crippled, if you cannot move, what's the difference, between using a tool and having a tool installed in your body so you don't longer crippled? I don't see the difference here. That's a stupid thing to say, Adam.
I understand. But technology, it's different now.
But
It
in
can
the end,
help
it's just
you.
a tool, right? It's a piece of
You could still
machinery.
live a normal life.
A normal life? What would you know about a normal life? Did technology really help you, Jensen? I think it made you a monster. Sarif didn't give you your life back. He just made you better at taking it away from others.
We haven't been being a monster, right? I don't think we have. Oh. I mean... assisted suicide, I think, in this scenario would be understandable. I mean, what else are we going to do with him? We cannot convince him, apparently. And if he wants to be not in pain his whole life, then I guess, then we agree to that.
Is this what you really want?
There's a bear? Pope in the woods? Shit. I fucked that one up. Listen, Robot, if I could do it myself, I would. I got no family left, no one left to mourn. It's for the best. I ain't gonna be no burden.
Don't think of it that way, dear.
Last chance, Brent.
Just fucking do it.
Okay, I think we do it.
It'll be quick.
I know. You did a good thing. Here.
The ones that did this. I'll find them.
Look at you. An iron giant with a heart of gold. But don't do it for me. Do it for her. For Michelle. You owe her here life.
Oh, then we better try to protect her. But I don't know if we did the right thing here, but okay. Then we do the body with the pocket secretary. Well, it's Adam Jensen's way, and we could use more information, of course. Okay, sorry, I'm not quite sure what to say. That was a little bit unsettling here, wouldn't you say? Well, I don't think we've become a monster necessarily. I don't think we have. I think it's unfair judgment here. He doesn't even know us, right? He knows about our background, presumably, but not the person we've become in the last 6 months. And I don't think we've been behaving completely outlandishly here. We did kill some people, but then again, it was in self-defense. Okay, well, it's a crime scene now. Oh boy, okay, so apparently it's on a different, yeah, story here. What happened to the gangbangers? They never came back, apparently. Interesting. Yeah, that was kind of something. And remember the voice actor? I think he also voiced one of those IMP mercenaries in Jekyll and Hyde, didn't he? I think he did. Yeah, I have no recollection about Michelle, and neither does Adam for that matter, which is really strange.
Richard, I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He didn't make it. There was nothing I could do.
Right, I'll call it in. You have a new lead, at least?
Yeah, I'm on my way there now. I'll contact you when I have more.
So there will be some people to deal with. For this time around, we're probably going to use our stun gun to deal with them, because the police should be arresting them. Yeah, there we go. Couple of dudes. These are heavily armed and they should kill, we know that. Okay, of course, yeah, they removed my barrel, didn't they? Of course they did. But it doesn't really make sense, but you can throw this thing at them and knock out a couple of them. That's possible. Could be funny, frankly.
Of course he. Who the hell?
Didn't work too well, evidently, as you can tell. Yeah, I think it didn't even knock out one of them, but it was worth trying. Yeah, time does stop when we're doing this, which is really strange when you think about it.
I heard that. Come out. Got you.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Sorry for jinxing it, but then again, we're having some fun back here. Okay, 2 more people to go, I think. Don't want to waste some energy just for that here, frankly. Yeah, okay, we're leaving them alive, only because it was for the investigation purposes and all. There we go. Okay, that's what they have the stun gun for, of course. And who are these people? Bodyguards, okay. They're heavily armed, of course, with their machine pistols. Yeah, so unfortunately the crate was too large, but did knock over a couple of people without killing them. I suppose if you try this often enough or use a smaller object with a higher velocity, I think there could have been a default probably. And there's the pocket secretary. It may lead to some interesting developments, wouldn't you say? Alright, encrypted, so we don't know who that could be, possibly. Okay, London, apparently. It's a safe house, I would think. Most likely. Singapore, Prague, London, Detroit, of course. Alright, interesting. Doesn't give us anything necessarily. Wouldn't you say? But otherwise, it's worth considering. And speaking of things, also get that energy thing out of my inventory, please. There we go. Interesting.
Come on out, pal.
Oh, police officers are angry at us because we had a bit of a firefight, wouldn't you say? Really? Okay, the alarm, because gunfire was occurring, but then again, Detroit's finest doesn't feel like helping out. Okay, there's the safe and there's the computer. So what are we going to find in here? Nothing good, I suppose, because apparently we are monster, we are also robot, and our parents, I mean, we already know that we are adopted, but it's hardly enough to make us a monster, or inhuman, or a freak of nature. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, apparently there's no code on this here that we know, at least. But level 3 isn't much of a hurdle for us.
Access granted.
So let's just see what we have up here. So this was about our presumed father. Yeah, White Helix again. Yeah, I think we read it already. But adoptions that aren't exactly illegal, even though this probably didn't go for official levels. Interesting. Who was writing that? I'm not quite sure. I think that's Singapore, I think. Okay, we already read that, of course. We are adopted, but it doesn't make us a monster, does it though? Apparently from the darknet. And he's using his official email address for this. With his full name. Yeah, of course, if our Pritchard got in the way. Yeah, why was Pritchard doing something about that? This was installed on a Seraph servers, right? Maybe? Could be. Make and read, really? Oh, of course, that would explain why Pritchard was intervening. Okay, so this was the breakthrough they were talking about. Patient X, interesting. Interesting. Of course, they know about our mother being sterile and all. This has nothing to do with her DNA or father's DNA for that matter. Interesting. That's interesting information indeed. And of course, my psych evaluation. Yeah, we already read that as well, didn't we? Yeah, okay, fantastic. So I think Seraph's trust in us was not misplaced, at least up to this point. Who are these people even? Okay, I'm not quite sure, but let's hack into safe, or do not indeed, because of the code for that thing. And Demo 5 is not easy to come by, of course, if you don't invest substantial effort into your hacking abilities, which I prioritize, of course. Photograph, ebook, some credits, while he doesn't need them any longer, and a revolver ammo. Or someone was carrying a revolver, I believe, if you wanted. What's it like? 5 rounds at most, once again, so I guess. And there's the news report on White Helix Labs that happened. When exactly? Is that earmarked? Oh, das sind weit. Unfortunately so. So, all the evidence was erased conveniently, and then we suddenly arrived in their care. Very suspicious of us arson, of course. A subsidiary of VersaLife, huh? Childhood genetic diseases. Well, maybe we are actually genetically engineered, or at least they have done something to us. That could be the case, maybe. Okay, there are some pictures. Interesting. Well, it's pretty nondescript, but what else does it give us, really? Alright, so, did I see this correctly? Do we still have that quest here to look for the... There's something else stored in here, apparently. Well, we can take a look-see, of course. Oh, there's a 5th email down below. Okay, that's the problem with the 4 email inbox, right? Yeah, this is Michelle. It was a new email, wasn't it? Maybe it was just triggered by the storyline, could be. I don't think Adam is very good at negotiating or dealing with senior people. Okay, we should probably close that here, shouldn't we? Right back to the apartments we go, I think. But which ones, incidentally? Alright, it's not too far away by the looks of it. Okay then, well, hopefully the cops don't mind, but there are a couple of people they need to be arresting and at least collect the firearms, you know, if they don't do anything else. Strange. Okay, there is that Stevens guy. I think just a generic NPC motto. We should probably call that in. Wouldn't you say? But, I mean, someone will stumble upon them because people are trying to avoid the streets here because of the riot going on. Or we could just use the front entrance like a normal human being, but Adam is apparently not a normal human being. Hello there. We should probably knock on the door first next time around. At least it's polite, you know. Hello there. I have no recollections in here as Adam for whatever reason. Not quite sure why. Maybe we can find out.
Door open? Wait. You're not from Roland Mills.
Not quite, lady.
To be from Roland Mills.
No, I'm not. Mrs. Michelle Walters, is it? My name's Adam Jensen.
No. You much too old to be him. You must be from Roland Mills. And please, it's Miss Walters.
Brent Radford sent me. Do you remember him? He's a detective.
Probably not a good idea to mention him.
Lovely gentleman. He still has my photos of Adam when he was a baby. Oh, could you be a dear and fetch them for me? I forgot who has them, though.
Yeah, we already have them, of course.
Are these the photographs?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I haven't seen Adam Jensen in such a long time. Forever, it seems. Such a happy baby.
Miss Walters, can you tell me about the boy in those photos?
The boy in those photos? Adam. Tragic, really, what happened to his parents. His real parents.
His real parents?
They died in that fire. Horrible, really. I was there. At least those other cribs were empty. I only had to save Adam.
Mrs. Walters, I really need you to focus. What are you talking about?
Why, I already told that nice detective all this already. About the experiments and the fire at White Helix Labs. We knew Adam was special. That's why his parents started the fire, so they didn't do the same thing to the next batch of babies.
So Adam's real parents were trying to protect him. But from what?
Why, from the conspiracy, of course. But I've said too much. Would you be a dear now and go fetch my dinner?
Well, I would if it clears up your mind, but apparently there's no option for that.
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke about many, many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
We'll just cook dinner for her, you know.
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke
that's not going to happen,
about
I think, right?
many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
Well, maybe we can find dinner for you. Okay, one more try. If it doesn't work, then we are stuck here supposedly.
Miss Walters, please. I know...
Well...
Yeah, so unfortunately it doesn't work.
Thank you for your time, Miss Walters.
Oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
I think you need the money more than I do, miss, but thanks for the offer.
You've done enough for him, Mrs. Walters. I'm sure he'd want you to keep the money.
So nice of you. Like Mr. Radford and Adam. You know, they called him a genetic marvel. He was ahead of his time. They was hoping to tear out so much from his DNA, but we stopped him. Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, let her rest. I think it's a good idea.
Pritchard, I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's... family. But she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarif. Can I trust you on this,
I never heard you
Pritchard?
saying something like this
Christ,
before.
Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
So apparently we were the subject of genetic experimentation in a subsidiary of Versa Life. Now parents were horrified by what happened, I guess. So they destroyed the entire facility. Interesting. I didn't see that coming. I'm not quite sure how we can get more info out of here. I would assume with the social enhancement augmentation and releasing some pheromones on an old lady.
Access granted.
At least we learned something of interest, and declining the money was the right thing to do, of course. Yeah, makes us a traveler and a script kitty, apparently. Well, if someone was keeping tabs on her, they would be in the next apartment, wouldn't you say? Most likely. Well, someone was living here, but not in a neat way. Interesting. An e-book. Huh. Okay. Well, that's not super important, wouldn't you say? Yeah, what was going on back here? Someone had a newspaper next to the crapper and a cup of drugs. Oh, that's very important. Thank you very much. It may be worth coming in here just for that energy bar, because we can get it from vending machines, I would think. Who is Marley? Oh, let's just find out. Could be one of those sketchy Black Ops guys. Could be, who knows?
Access granted.
Okay, wow, nothing of interest in here apparently except for that energy bar. One would guess, I guess, so I do believe they will be back eventually, even though there's only one way into the building right now. Okay, two ways if you want to jump down, which we cannot do because we don't have the Icarus landing system, of course. Don't make a scene, Adam, that's very important. Don't make a goddamn scene, whatever you do.
Everything seems to be under control in the convention center.
And Taggart?
He's on stage now. His protection is deep. Only those with
Yeah, we
VIP
have those,
passes can get
incidentally.
by the guards.
We'll just stay here and make sure none of those hooligans try to sneak in the back door.
The back door. Funny that you mentioned that, officer. The back door is usually located in the... yeah, well, you know where, exactly right. Okay, so this is for the front entrance. Right onto stage where you can see us presumably. Oh, that's the stupid idea, but figure already. Right, okay, there's the vent, incidentally, but it's too far up here, right? Without the jumping augmentation. So I can see that the game makes some options mandatory when it comes to certain augmentations, right? Because otherwise you could just jump up here. Yeah, we could, but not right now because there's no other crate in this room. Is there though? I don't think there is. I suppose we could bring one inside, maybe. Oh, well, never mind, it was unnecessary. And someone was storing... Oh. Someone was gearing up for an assassination attempt, I think. Unfortunately, they didn't leave any evidence behind, other than the firearm. I would probably tell this to the cops, but then again, we're doing this after doing our mission, because we need to access this area here once in a while, I would figure. Really? That's... doesn't give us anything, does it though? Probably not. It's the ladies' room, but no one saw it, I guess. Okay, so it must be for here then, I would assume. But we cannot just walk on stage and ask a Taggart, right? That would be stupid, frankly. Yeah, I don't want to pick this. I don't want to release pheromones. Apparently we are the next step in human evolution. Invitation only. We do have the VIP card. Yeah, augmented sports and some lovely pens here. These look quite fancy. They're probably not that cheap.
Third time this escalator has broken down this week.
You think they would actually work and not just sit there looking good. Damn, buddy.
Tell me about it. Now with all the damage out there, I doubt we're gonna see any increase in funding anytime soon.
Looks like the only
Yeah, the city of Detroit actually went bankrupt in real life. I don't think the ferry was better back here. Okay, main hall and meeting hall. Everything else seems to be pro-augmentation because it's partially financed by Seraph himself, I guess.
This is the end for your kind, Og. This riot will force the UN to adopt regulations.
Yeah, that was the goal, I think, wasn't it? Oh. Yeah, there we go again, at a malfunction. Gibt es den beiden once more.
I think the subway's shut down. I may have to take a cab.
Good luck with that, lady. You don't want to be on the street, stay inside here. It's safer that way. Even if you cannot fall asleep. Continuous architecture.
Really changing the world for the better.
Or changing it back to what it used to be. To before these people started
Yeah, we
poisoning
shouldn't
their
linger here
bodies.
for too long.
Or to use
People
his
don't like
words,
us.
They're divine engines.
See, I have no problem with amputees wanting to get augmentations.
Especially our soldiers. That's the least they deserve after defending our
Yes,
country.
yes,
Like
yes.
Taggart's
We're the
patient
United States,
Ezekiel.
of course.
Right. And what happened to Ezekiel? He got himself a new limb that sent him into a spiral of despair because of the drugs.
Zeke, Vidi.
Essentially what Bill Taggart is asking is, do we really want to have a world filled with addicts being forced to pay exorbitant amounts of money to a bunch of corporate neuropozyne pushers?
I just don't get why certain people have this loony idea that augmentations will make the world better.
Well, as you can see by what's going on out there, they have a lot of work to do to convince the world.
Wow, okay. Focusing very heavily on augmentation in the storyline. Maybe a little bit too much, frankly.
Isn't he a smooth talker? He doesn't
Yeah, he
want
is a
you to
goddamn smooth
better
talker.
yourselves. He wants to limit you. He wants the government to have jurisdiction over your body. You want to get augmented? Oh no, I'm sorry, but we're not gonna
Can I get
let
a pretzel?
You're not gonna let me? Ha! And do you know how he's gonna influence legislation? How he's going to convince you this is really what you want? With fear! He's already started! Look outside! In our streets! Who do you think whipped up that frenzy? And I don't blame them. I blame people like Taggart. People who are constantly trying to divide us by our differences instead of uniting us by our similarities.
Wer hier für Point der Idee?
Listen. I've been a victim of this anti-Aug backlash. I was attacked simply for having been to a limb clinic. By people who were not augmented. People with an axe to grind. And do you know who saved me? An augmented man, a stranger! So you tell me where the real danger comes from. The Humanity Front is just that. A front. A front for hate-mongering and William Taggart's irrational need to keep us in the Dark Ages. I'm not here to tell you that augmentations will make the world a better place. I'm here to stand up for my right to choose. When Hugh Darrow discovered the secret of augmentation, he gave us the chance to better ourselves, to reach for limits that we couldn't even imagine before. Well, you've just heard William Taggart speak, and
Weiter was interesting, I think. Good to see there are two sides of the story again, so they're trying something at least.
Neanderthal opinions. It's like he thinks human development.
Oh, it's a bit harsh, isn't it?
I can't believe there are still people out there with such backward mentalities.
This UN resolution he wants passed is persecution, plain and simple.
Agreed. He loves to claim over and over again what a peaceful organization Humanity Front is. But just look outside.
Yeah, it's nothing peaceful whatsoever.
In a non-direct way, he's promoting this kind of reaction.
Well, there have always been nuts like Taggart trying to stop human progress. But by the end of the day, the human need to explore always wins out. He'll be a relic in no time.
I hope you're right. I'm just wondering when Hugh Darrow is going to come out of his shell and take a position. It seems like this whole resolution is on hold until he speaks up.
Okay, so I suppose you do have access in here, theoretically speaking. Because you have a VIP badge. I was a bit confused there, I'm sorry, because the bathroom was directing us in this area which says, yeah, authorized access only, but we are authorized apparently. Okay, so 2005 is of course the stage, and then we have the backstage and the bathroom. And conveniently they're all on the left side, and they're probably connected then in this case. We do have invitation for that, yes. But Adam Jensen, being the not so good negotiator and not so good smooth talker, walking right on stage to deal with a politician who himself is very experienced, also very slimy, and an excellent smooth talker. I don't think this would end in a very good situation, you know. Will probably embarrass us in front of the world public, and you know, Pikes is just loving to exploit this. And once again, we're here, but we're not here to make a scene. And I'm not going to even talk to some of these bodyguards, incidentally. Okay, then the bathroom it is, a backstage. If you can make it happen. Well, it would take a miracle. Presumably. Okay, that must be backstage. Of course, with the waiting room and the lounge. And they have an alarm panel here. Okay, good to know. And since someone is looking, we should probably check out the men's room first. Which probably has an event someplace, I would figure. Because we know how this game works. It's maybe a little bit of an overused trope, wouldn't you say? I think it is. And now everyone is angry because we're no longer in an area where we're supposed to be. So let's try to stay undetected then, shouldn't we? I have no idea where we're going for that matter, but it was pretty unsettling to find a machine pistol and tools for assassination.
Any idea how long before the speech is over?
Not too long now. I'll escort Taggart backstage and you make sure nobody tries to sneak in.
Oh, he is in backstage already. So we're on a timer, or maybe not. I'm not quite sure, but it seems like a one-way drop. Interesting. Well, apparently we do have the floor plan of this building, I think. Maybe. Yeah, what about the other area though? It's a pretty expensive ventilation system if I do this myself. Yeah, if only they knew it was all manufactured or fabricated for that matter. None of this footage is real, probably. But it's very convincing because we have a pretty beefy AI system for rendering the shit. Okay, a couple of people are chilling out in the lounge, I see that. Can we just drop down here? That seems unlikely, technically speaking, but we do have the stealth system. That's where this area is located. Are we talking to Taggart? Are we just trying to snoop for information? Oh, I'm a little bit conflicted because we are short on energy bars and whatever. Okay, at least 3 people here, I think. Oh, put away the pistol, please, Adam. Oh, if they're busy watching TV, that could be to our advantage. Yeah, if you get discovered or confronted by a bodyguard, you know, or Taggart himself, heaven forbid, that's going to end in, well, probably ridicule if nothing else. Yeah, what is that? What are we looking at back here? I don't know. Where are we? Okay. Well, apparently that's still part of the... Of course, the toilets. Well, what else then is new? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. Bare minimum, and of them will be angry because they're not authorized to be in the back area, of course. Maybe next time around we can just ask the Taggart for an audience. I think he would humor us. I think he would. I think he enjoys talking to us. In his condescending voice, of course. But as a reminder, he's a psychologist and we aren't. We're not even smooth talker. Is that a good idea? I mean, we can open the vent, activate our stealth ability and find some cover. But then again, is this the good way to do this? Depends, really. But only one way to find out. Okay, no one in here. But then we conserve our energy as much as possible. Check out the computer and then what? Sneaking out here, I think. Maybe. Security level 1. Also anything in that drawer? Anything? Indiscriminating evidence for starter. Security terminal. I suppose we can turn off the cameras, maybe. And this is the general resolution they are working on. This must be a draft of it. I know time doesn't stop when we read ebooks. And they want to regulate this how exactly? Okay, monitor all manufacturing capabilities by newly created UN agency. William Taggart's computer with his credentials. Wow, he's going to love this. Is he though? Shouldn't be too difficult here by any chance. And we're sitting on an entire stockpile of these worms or whatever here. Yeah, no problem. As long as we don't leave any fingerprints. But of course we cannot since all of our arms are augmented.
Sandoval's in Detroit. Holed up in some apartment building on Grand River Road. I'm heading there now.
Alright. But Adam, you think Taggart's involved?
There's no hard evidence yet to prove it.
Yet, yes.
Too bad. But you know there could be. If you upload that data recording you got in Montreal onto his computer...
You're asking me to frame him?
We could lose everything, Adam, given the mood out there. We may have to get our hands dirty to fix it. This will backfire, certainly, right? Well, you got a problem with that?
I don't think Adam would agree to this necessarily. I don't think he would.
Yes, I do.
Alright. It was just a thought. Seraph out.
Yeah, he's a smart fellow. He knows when not to press the point, unlike Adam incidentally, right? And these are cutscenes. Yeah, there was no way. I'm sorry, we need to keep this information a secret. Our possession of this information should be a secret indeed. So we can use it as a bargaining chip or evidence later on. I think it's a smarter play, isn't it? Of course, you know where that is, at the opposite side of the city, of course. Yeah, it's a waste of time writing some of these emails to people like these, no matter how polite. Well, this could be important information if you want to confront him on stage, which is a stupid thing to do. May just be controlled behind the scenes by his doctor. But then again, Taggart isn't a stupid idiot. He's a psychologist. And apparently also has a hand for being a good politician, at least a convincing one. Interesting. And of course, don't forget there are 5 emails back here. Okay, someone in Hong Kong. Pikers, I guess. Oh, apparently he is dirty, so I take it all back. Huh. Interesting. So he is a major actor in this scenario, apparently. And of course the usual Nigerian spam email, but it's the most important information we found up to this point. Interesting. Well, at the very least he's working together with Pikers, even though we may not know who they're actually working for. Interesting. Sector 12. Well, we have to still stealth out of here, don't we? So there's a problem. Let's just see what we can do about that. At least disable the cameras. Makes it slightly easier. And I think we try this completely stealthy, if not possible. Well, whatever. That's what we have them for, I suppose. Only 2 cameras. Well, I suppose they wouldn't have any robots in here, as I would think. Okay, so we're not getting inside here again, are we though? Although we could possibly, even though we also leave this very open to investigation. Well, we could theoretically make this happen and then throw the crate over, I guess. Okay, so another item in this room that we can scale. Oh, maybe there is. The door is incidentally not fully closed. Okay, can we do this still? We cannot, right? Because I didn't pick the jumping augmentation as it would seem. Nope, can't make it happen. That's what I thought. Well, maybe one more try and afterwards we have to sneak our way out of here, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in the room that is scalable, right? I don't think there is. Oh, that's too bad. Mal kurz, how far it is. Yeah. And what's the end of the restricted area? I think it's this door, right? Isn't it? I think it is. Doesn't alert anyone, thankfully. At least not yet.
Violent clashes taking place outside the doors of such well-known biotechnology firms as Kusanagi.
Yeah, holds that thing just in case we need it for quick access.
The footage sparking the riots appears to show scientists performing crude, torture-like experiments on teams of augmented super soldiers. Just minutes ago, Zhao Yunru, CEO of the Taiyong Medical Corporation, commented on the images.
Now you watch TV and we worry about some other ways to go, right?
Have not and never will.
Don't want to run out of shoes at the most inopportune of moments, right? Do we do? That's a problem. Okay, that's still not a public area, of course. I'm fully aware of that. Yeah, okay, maybe we have to take it. I mean, we have it for a reason, don't we? This massive thing here. Being massive, gets it out of our inventory, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, they're fully recharged immediately. Okay, wait for the final pip and then we open the door and hopefully no one will be the wiser. As long as the door doesn't open unexpectedly. Yeah, we don't want to declude public, of course. Idea. Okay, so we continue our questline here next episode, and I hope to see you next time.